YouTube. It's your girl. It's your girl, Purple. And I'm live, y'all. Ow! I'm live on First Lady Friday, y'all. Ooh, wee. This is part 2 of my birthday weekend, y'all, and I'm live with my Burleys, y'all. Let me set y'all up here, because I'm in the car. I just dropped Orlando off to school, and I came back to the house because I bought something from TJ Maxx. Let me make sure I got the receipt in here. Yeah, I got the receipt. I bought these pants, y'all, from TJ Maxx a couple days ago, last weekend actually, and they got a hole in them. Where that hole at? I tried them on. They're medium, y'all. Y'all see that? A size medium, and they fit your girl. I'm excited. What the heck? Oh, y'all see? Look, it's a hole in them. Oh, so I got to take them back. So I'm finna bring my early along with me. Oh, y'all. And we're gonna do a little chit chat, y'all. Actually, we're gonna do an update while I'm driving. Y'all did Q&A, y'all. Whew. Y'all, I just ate uh sausage biscuit from McDonald's, and I had coffee. Y'all know I got to have my coffee. And it's, just if that coffee was gonna do the 1-2 on my stomach or not. So far so good. So we're gonna go ahead on to TJ Maxx and return these pants with this hole in them. I hope that they have another pair of them in there still, because I liked the fit of them. They fitted well, very well fitted pants, but I can't with the hole. Like, yeah. So, Rollies. I hope y'all watch this bag, y'all. I hope y'all watch this bag, because I'm going to talk about the deadbeat. I'm going to talk about the answers to the questions that y'all asked the girl. I'm going to talk about my birthday weekend. Oh, y'all know I do 2 birthday weekends. This is my part 2, so this is my second birthday weekend. I started last weekend with my birthday. Y'all know I have 11 days off. I'm coming towards the end of those 11 days right now, y'all, because I was off the whole week for my birthday this year. I had 11 days off for Orlando's birthday, 11 days off for my birthday. So, I feel so full now. I ate just that sausage biscuit, y'all. But, okay. Oh, I don't know if I said it. Orlando's in school. I dropped him off to school. So he's in school right now at his new school. He's loving his new school. He was so excited this morning to tell me bye, y'all. He gave me like 3 kisses and say, "Love you, mommy. Love you, mommy." So he got a little friend at his school named Stefania. She's, of course, a little girl. And he's like submitting with her. Yesterday, when I dropped him off to school, her dad was pulling in to drop her off, and we were parked right next to each other. And I'm in the back, unbuckling Orlando. And he's like looking past me, waving. I'm like, "Orlando, who you waving at?" So I turn around and look. The car next to me, the dad is in there unbuckling the little girl, and she's waving back at Orlando. And I said, "Oh, is that your friend?" And he says, "No." And I said, "Who is that?" He says, "Stefania." Okay, Stefania. And she's waving too. So when they both got out and her dad and myself were walking them up to the school, she's like, "Hi, Orlando." And then I said, Orlando says, "Hey." I said, "You tell her good morning." And then he says, "Good morning, Stefania." It was so cute, y'all. I wish I would have caught it on video. And so it was so cute. It was just the cutest little thing. But yeah, so he has a new little friend girl at his new school. As he did have a couple little girls at his other school, but one main one at his other school that he always like took to. I just call them his little girlfriends, but we know they're not really his little girlfriends. But yeah. Oh, on to the deadbeat, y'all. So, if y'all been watching, y'all know we had a court date last week. Last Tuesday, we had a court date. I have been to court with, we've had what, 3 or 4 court dates since June? I cannot continue to take off time blowing my sick time to address a matter of an adult that knows that his responsibility just chooses not to do it and chooses to give excuses. So I petitioned the court. I told them because he has not paid child support, still hasn't paid anything. I explained in my petition that I am the only parent providing for Orlando. And I have very little time off at this time of the year to continue to take off time to come to court to address this matter. Um, and I asked the judge, they grant me permission to do it over. Y'all bear with me because I'm driving and I'm talking to y'all. I'm trying to look at the camera every now and again, not just at the road. But I kind of put the camera like kind of right in my face so I don't look like I'm crazy when I'm recording. Um, yeah. So I asked the judge, could I do mine Zoom? The judge did approve me to be in the courtroom via Zoom. So court, we had the court time already. It was already a court date. So of course, when you do the Zoom, you have to get there into the Zoom room and log in 15 minutes ahead of the time that you're scheduled so they know that you're in the room. So of course, I do what I'm supposed to do. I was there. They came on when it was our turn. They called for him. He wasn't in the court. So they cut the Zoom off and put me back in the Zoom waiting room. Excuse me, y'all. That's that coffee making me burp, y'all. So maybe about 10 or 15 minutes later, they pulled me back from out of the Zoom waiting room back in front of the judge. They called for him again. He was not in the court. He did not have permission to be on the Zoom. He had to physically appear. Well, at that point, the judge issued a warrant for contempt of court, warrant for his arrest, a not payment of the $300 purge that was ordered in June, and a warrant for his arrest for failure to appear. So right now there is an active warrant for his arrest. And I have not seen that bomb nowhere. Nowhere have I seen this bomb. Like, I cannot wait to see him somewhere so I can call the police. And if you all seen one of my little shorts I did, I said on my short, you better not let me see you because I'm going to call the police. And that's what I was talking about. A lot of people want to know what the heck that was about. That's what it's about. There is an active warrant for his arrest. And I'm for that. I'm for that. The reason I'm for it because he hasn't done anything for Orlando. He hasn't done anything for Orlando. He doesn't make an effort for Orlando at all. No effort is made. Not even a rubber band. And y'all know I keep Orlando hair in his little plaits. He ain't even contributed a rubber band for him. He hasn't done anything financially in over a year because October was the last payment he made, and it is almost towards the end of October now. Has not made a payment. So it's been over a year since he's made any financial contribution. And then up until then, you guys know he hadn't seen Orlando since he was 4 months old, up until earlier this year, which was on Super Bowl Sunday when he saw him for a few minutes at the park. But I don't even think that even counts. But he did see him. Orlando still don't know who he is, which I'm so fine with because nobody got time for the pop up daddies. He ain't even a pop up daddy because the pop up daddies at least pop up for like birthdays, Christmas, holidays. You know, those are the pop up dads. This one right here is just a plain old no show, a no call, no show. Like, you're fired. You know, you do a no call, no show at work. Ain't you fired? So yeah, he's fired. His position is revoked. So yeah, and that's what that is. That's where it is at the moment. Um, and I was at work, y'all, on the Zoom, and I already told my coworkers that I had a Zoom court date. Why is it one of my coworkers calling me while I'm on the Zoom? Of course, I did not take the call because I'm in court. Afterwards, I called that coworker back to see what the heck was going on. I said, "Don't you remember I told you I had a Zoom?" And he's like, "Oh yeah. It was my bad, or whatever." So, of course, then he wants to know, well, what happened? And then I told him that there was a warrant issued for his arrest, and this was on Tuesday. My birthday was the following Sunday, which was Sunday that just happened. Was my birthday. Excuse me, y'all. I told my coworker and I told one of my friends this, and they both are males, and they both laughed and thought this was so funny. I told them that it would be the best birthday present ever if he was get picked up and be arrested over the weekend, like for my birthday. I'm like, that would be the best birthday present ever. They thought that was the funniest thing ever. And they was like, you know what? If I see him, I'm not gonna call the police, but if I see him, I'm gonna let you know exactly where he is. So you want to call the police, you can call the police. I said I would appreciate that. It's not for me, it's for Orlando, but that will make my birthday. That'll make me feel good. Like, and one of my coworkers called me on my birthday to wish me a happy birthday. But jokingly says that, yeah, I've been looking for him. I ain't seen him nowhere. It's like I was waiting to take a picture, call you, and tell you, hey, happy birthday. He is such and such and such, so you can call the police. I said, it was so funny though. Yeah, I just thought they thought it was funny, but now it's like a little joke between us or whatever. But yeah, it's that is my truth. That's what I'm living right now. So yeah. The next thing that we're gonna chat about. Oh, it's a school zone right here, y'all. So I gotta slow it down right here. Okay, so now we can speed it back up. The next thing we're gonna chat about is the Q&A. My girlies want to know pretty much about me and my personal life, my personal dates, and you guys want to know if I'm dating somebody, what's going on in that area of my life, and I don't mind giving no answers, y'all. First of all, let me say this. I don't know if I'm gonna make a video in reference to this or just leave it up on the live or not, because nobody's in the live right now, but I'm pretty sure some people may go back and watch it. I don't know if I'll make a video, in-depth video, but we'll say this. Anybody that takes up my time has to be on a certain level, and I'm holding them a little bit more accountable than I have in the past because I have Orlando, and anybody that's going to be around me is at some point going to be around him. And I cannot have somebody that, let me first say, I'm not looking for Orlando a new daddy. Let me just say that. I'm not looking for him a new daddy. Whoever I'm around that's going to potentially be around him has to have a certain standard to them. It has to be a certain standard there. I can't date or be around with people like his dad. Like before, when I was dealing with him, I never dated him because he's just not the dating type for me. And if I was to meet somebody like him, I won't date them. I wouldn't even deal with them. Like before, I would deal with them, but now I wouldn't even deal with them because I got Orlando. Like I don't want that type of person around my child. Let me just say it like that. You have to be on a certain level to be around Orlando, period. And there's no way to say that you're going to date me and never be around my child at some point because I am the sole parent. I'm the only parent. I'm the big stepper. I'm the person who do every single thing about Orlando comes through me. So there's no reason to say that you're going to date me or deal with me and never have any dealings with my son. That is impossible because I'm a hands-on all the time mama. I'm a 24/7 mama. Oh, they finna do a new playground right there. Oh, that's what they're doing. When they finish it, I have to take Orlando to that playground. He'll love it. And it's green and blue. Yeah. So, yes, I'm that type of mama. With that said, have I had some suitors? Of course. Have I went out on some dates? Most definitely. Have I spent some time with some people? Yes. Has anybody made the cut? Not quite. Not quite. And another thing that I'm finding out with these guys, dating these guys, dealing with these guys, is they're very, I don't even know what word to use. I don't even know what word to use, but they act like they don't have balls. Let me just say that. At some point, like I like a man with an edge. That is my style of a guy. I like a guy with an edge, kind of sort of a bad boyish kind of dude, but not all the way. Like a recovered bad boy, so to speak, that know the streets and probably been in the streets, but not on that at this moment. And I find that they're like, I don't know how to explain it and keep it Facebook cute. Like they're big dogs in the street, but when it comes to dealing with me, they're like lap dogs. I don't like lap dogs. Let me just say that. And they get in their bodies about different things. And I'm not the average female to deal with. And a lot of these guys can't take me because I was raised by a real man and I've been around real men, my brothers, my entire life. So the same dream that a lot of these men out here trying to sell me, I sell it right back to them. And they don't even realize that you just bought that dream you thought you was finna sell me, baby. You just bought it at double the price from me. And they never expect it and they don't like it and they can't deal with it. So it take a different type of person to deal with me. And especially after a lot of the situations that I've been through, like that last marriage that I was in, that that situation there with that person that just wouldn't give up, that just harassed me and tried to destroy future relationships and destroy friendships that I was building at the time, it really put a nasty taste in my mouth for certain things. So my process on some things is very thin. Let me just say that. Very thin. Very thin. Mm-mm. Oh, yeah, I was looking at something. So, yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to do a video in reference. I'm going to give y'all some details on what's been going on exactly with my dating and my love life and all that. Since that's what y'all want to know. Somebody also wanted to know with Orlando and me, and Orlando's daddy and me ever get back together. First of all, we was never together. Never. We were only friends with benefits. And the benefit part would never, ever, 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 ever happen again. Because I, as a woman, could never respect a man that does not take care of his child. My body, to say it nicely, would not even work for that. And I have a way to say that that's very raunchy because somebody else have asked me that in the past. I have a way to say that that's very raunchy to let you know exactly how I feel about it, but I can't say that on Facebook. Or not Facebook. Am I? No, I'm on YouTube. I can't say that on YouTube or Facebook for that matter. But just know my body would never work for a man that doesn't take care of his child. Never. My body would never work for a man that lies on the one person that takes care of his child when he does not do anything for his child. My body would never work for him. If you dig where I'm coming from with that. I just saying, yeah, I'm in that plaza where the TJ Maxx at. I just seen the most weird thing just now. But I'm minding my own business because they ain't had nothing to do with me. I just seen it. Yeah, so that's where we at with that. And y'all, since I'm in the plaza with the TJ Maxx, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live, even though there's nobody on here. And there's Ulta here, y'all. I need to pick up some stuff out of Ulta anyways. I don't even know if they're open yet. I need to pick up a couple things out of Ulta. So I'm gonna stop in there on my way coming from up here. Ooh, y'all. I see a nice looking guy over here. Might be my next victim. And he finna walk right across in front of my car. Oh no, he ain't gonna be my next victim. And he looking, I'm looking, but nah, his shoes is too small. He got on flip flops and it's about 1.5 inches hanging off the back of his foot. No, we can't do that. Hated it. Whew. Let's see how I can turn this off, y'all.